Thanks for joining us on the John Mendola Show. We're driven by McCarthy Tire and Automotive Centers. Let's talk Crestwood Field Hockey. Cara Jarmiolowski joining us right now. Well, Cara, for you, you're a senior, and this is it.
Yes.
Playoff run for Crestwood. What a fantastic season you girls are having.
Yeah, it's a really great season. Having a lot of fun with our team this year.
You play center back. Let's talk about the girls around you on the field. You got great players all over, but talk about in your area.
On my left, I either have Katie Karpinski or Nicole Peronich, and on my right is either Katie Karpinski or Paige Zalessa, and they've been doing really well this year. Both Nicole and Paige are seniors. Nicole's coming off of an injury, and she just came back in like halfway through the season, and she's doing so well. She's just such a natural athlete that it's awesome. Katie's a sophomore this year, and she's playing really well. She's really stepped up her game from last year, and it's really exciting to watch her and have the three of them on my sides and helping me out in the back. And our goalie, Marley Dillon, she's a junior this year, but it's her first year starting, and she's playing amazingly well. She's handling the pressure really nicely.
You talk about the senior leadership. It's outstanding. A lot of the girls played since their ninth grade year, and girls going all over the country for field hockey. You happen to be one of them. Tell us about where you're going and the decision you had to make about college.
I'm going to continue playing at the University of Delaware. It was a really hard decision, like deciding where I wanted to be for the next 4 years. But when I went down to Delaware, I went on a visit. I just love the campus. I love the coaches and the team. I got to play with them during a play day, and I fell in love with the campus and everyone there. It was just so amazing. And girls are awesome, and I can't imagine going anywhere else. It was a really hard decision. Like, my last two choices were Old Dominion and Delaware, and I know it was really hard for me to choose, like, do I want to be 6 hours away from my family or 3? But I fell in love with Delaware, and that's what I chose.
Cara Jarmiolowski joining us here on the John Mendola Show. We're driven by McCarthy Tire and Automotive Centers. Well, Cara, you have some great coaches there at Crestwood. Of course, Mrs. G, and now Patsy Moratori. Talk about the coaching that you get there and how that's helped you over the years.
Oh, they're very supportive, and they help us a lot. I know my freshman year, my sophomore year, I struggled a little bit, but I could always ask for help, and they always helped me, and they helped me develop into the player that I am now. And I can only thank them so much, because if it wasn't for them, I probably wouldn't be playing in college, or I wouldn't be playing now.
Let's talk about this Crestwood team. A lot of goals being scored, and teams that you're saying, wow, this team's really good, but Crestwood just beat them 6-1 or 7-1. Talk about these lopsided victories. In the end, you just want to win, whether it's 2-1, 1-0. I'm sure the state playoffs will get. You'll see everybody's best.
Yeah, the scoring is crazy. It helps a lot when we play really well together. We pass the balls really nicely, and when we do that, we connect really well. We just get up the field and score goals real quick. Our forwards are really good at tipping balls in. They're really good at just hard shots and getting the ball on cage, and we know that if we can get it on cage, we can always finish it if we try our hardest, which we have been.
Cara, let's talk about your skill set on the field. Tell us about the range you have up and down the field. Of course, playing that center back position, you got to have some endurance. You got to move around a bunch.
Yeah, mostly I've been starting at center back all year, but I can play really a lot of anywhere in the back. I can dribble pretty nicely. I have some good passes, and I mean, like, I have the ability to see the field well, so I can help direct, like, girls in front of me, and I have really nice shots sometimes.
How about the things you continue to work on? And, everybody's got to know their weaknesses as well. What are some things that, we can be a little hard on ourselves, and you're going to be a Division I athlete like yourself. I'm sure you get a little nitpicky as to what you'd like to improve on.
Yeah, I always have to keep working on my defense, my tackling. Even though it might be really good now, I'm going to need to improve it to be really good in college. I always have to get better on, like, my hits. You can always work on just the basics, working on the basics improves your overall game, because it's just putting basics together to make more complex things or harder things.
Cara, talk a little bit about your family, the support you get there. I'm sure you've had a lot of traveling going on with field hockey over the years.
Oh, so much traveling. My parents are so supportive. My mom will take me. We drive like hours for field hockey tournaments during the off season. My mom supports me so much. My dad's always there for me. My brother, even though he doesn't like it all the time, he comes and he's really supportive, and I always hear them in the stands cheering me on, and I do something really awesome. And it's really exciting, like, watching, like, when my brother gets happy or, like, excited. It's so funny because he used to hate, like, he didn't know it. He hated watching it, and now he, like, starts to understand some things. So, like, if something goes wrong, he's like, come on. It's funny.
Good stories. How about the classroom for you? You do really well there. Talk about your future as far as the area of study at the University of Delaware.
Yeah, my academics are really important to me. So if I'm not doing well, like, B's make me upset. So I'm always studying, constantly studying for all my tests in school. And the perk to being, going to the University of Delaware is Delaware is a very academic school. So I had to have really good grades to get in. So I want to, like, major in exercise science, which is a lot of sciences like bio and chemistry, and I hope to, like, further in like becoming a doctor of some sort. And it's just I know I have to study, and at Delaware it's going to be very important to keep my grades up so that I can actually play on the team.
Well, Cara Jarmiolowski, is great to catch up with you, find out your story as to why you're headed to the University of Delaware. Of course, we wish you well during the state playoffs with Crestwood, and thank you so much for your time.
Thank you.
Crestwood Field Hockey, Cara Jarmiolowski here on the John Mendola Show. We are driven by McCarthy Tire and Automotive Centers.